samanlaisen. Tulen loisteessa Fernando, sinä hyräilit niin hiljaa kitaraasi näppäillen. Silloin kuulin rummun lyönnit sekä merkkitorven äänen jostain kaukaa. Se meitä lähestyi Fernando. Joka tunti, joka minuutti pois haihtui ikuisuuteen. Minä pelkäsin Fernando. Niin nuorina kuin me ei valmis ole kuolemaan. Enkä häpeä, jos kerron, että jysketykkien sai minut itkemään. Jotain yössä oli tähdet loisti meille vain Fernando. Loisten niiden varmaan tiemme johti vapauteen Fernando.
For thousands of years, humans have done the impossible, pushed the limits and gone further than we thought we could. All of this in the name of exploration. We've conquered the oceans, mountains, deserts and forests just to go further than anyone before us could go. And the Montagu Pass lacks nothing in human achievement. It's a 19th century civil engineering marvel. With 126 bends and curves, it slithers its way over the Outeniqua mountains. It was a challenge to construct and a challenge to traverse, so I decided to take it on. Somehow, I decided to take on the mountains in the summertime without any psychiatric medication. It's strange how it's become odd not having any symptoms of a mental disease, but sometimes I do question my sanity, especially after explaining what I've been doing for the past year to someone I meet. I could have had a real job and then maybe have the money to pay for the therapy I'd probably need. And for some unimaginable reason, I decided to use the same old bicycle I used to cycle South Africa's longest dirt road. This is my giant iguana, and that's not something I dare say close to a primary school.
Basically, it works. And not perfectly, not all the gears work.
Yes, all the gears don't work, but what do you expect from a bicycle that's been treated like a stepchild? I adopted it after it's been neglected for 20 years, and I'm glad to see it's still running. But not having gears that worked proved to be much more difficult on a mountain pass than a flat open desert road. But even though the road wasn't in the best condition, my giant iguana and I were up for the challenge, as it was an honor to cycle on the world's oldest mountain pass.
Technically. Now there's a lot of variance in what people believe is the world's oldest mountain pass, but some sources say that this is the world's oldest unaltered, still in use mountain pass. Now all of that is technicalities, because what do you deem as unaltered and what do you deem as still in use?
Indeed, it's all up for interpretation, because the way this pass started, it's hard for me to classify it as still in use.
But yeah, technically it could be seen as the world's oldest mountain pass, unaltered, still in use. Something like that.
Ah, yes, the British took control of the Cape Colony. This gave them a massive strategic advantage in the trade routes from the east. They just couldn't miss out on the opportunity to spice up those sausage rolls. And now, 43% of English citizens say that chicken tikka masala is their favorite traditional dish. Now with control over the colony, they needed transport routes inland. But there was one massive problem. The whole coastline is separated from the interior of the continent by the Cape Fold Mountains. So this meant there was only one solution: mountain passes.
And that shows you exactly how bad I actually am at cycling.
What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Red line being drawn. Nobody right if everybody wrong. Young people speaking their mind. Getting so much resistance from behind. It's time to stop. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a beautiful heat. Thousand people in the street, singing songs and carrying signs. Supposed to be saying hooray for our side. It's time to stop. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
The further I cycled, the more apparent signs of flood damage became. And that wasn't my only concern.
It's not good. My chain locked up. It looks fine again. What a fun feeling.
Paranoid strikes me. Into your life it will be.
But alas, not to worry. It was now my favorite part of the day.
Woo!
What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
Finally, it's lunchtime.
What's going down? What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
It honestly baffles me why I always try and cycle on the hottest days possible. In the hottest places. My goodness. It's middle of the summer. It's almost Christmas. That's why I've got my red tie. If there's any Americans watching, yes, we do have Christmas in summertime. I know, confusing. Everything is upside down in the southern hemisphere. What a world. Right, let's see what I've got. Wow, that's the nicest looking lunchbox I've probably ever had. I've got an apple, some druiver, and biscuits. That's all you need, my friends. That's all you need to survive.
It's always nice to enjoy a rat pack in these tranquil places, but I have to keep a move on. The Montagu Pass connects the towns of George and Harold over the Outeniqua Mountains.
For quite some time, I've been sitting here.
And it wasn't the first path to connect these towns. The Colonial Pass was built in 1812 from an existing footpath. It was exceedingly steep and dangerous to traverse. Wagoners would often have to break their wagons apart and carry their freight over the mountains. Others would avoid the Colonial Pass altogether and use the Outeniqua's Kloof Pass between Mossel Bay and Oudtshoorn. This used to be an old elephant route.
Feel a fortune till me.
George was in desperate need of a reliable path. Introducing the Montagu Pass, one of Africa's first properly engineered mountain passes, and what an extraordinary route it was.
Now I'm stronger, now I'm coming.
It reduced travel time from 3 days over the Montagu Pass to 3 hours. And that's what I was expecting for my cycle time, but nature has been claiming back what belongs to the mountains, and severe flood damage reduced my travel time to a crawl. I had lost my mechanical advantage, and I was also slowly running out of water on a road that nobody drives.
Fucking locked again. Don't do this with an old bike.
Heart keeps on playing it through. You, my friend.
I can't cycle over this.
I'll take
It's
my
just
chances on you.
impossible.
Again and again. Whoa. Coming straight on for you. You made my mind. Now I'm stronger now.
Look at it. So we still have to go over this part of the mountain, and hopefully there's not too much climbing left after that. Oh, damn it. My gear's locked again.
On for you.
I was just about to give up when the universe blessed me with fresh, pure, cold mountain water.
This is beautiful.
It's interesting how nature can be so scary and lovely simultaneously. How it constantly gives and takes. I didn't know how far I was from the top right now, but I was calm again. My bladder was full and I could carry on. I even tried to fix my bike with the limited knowledge I have, but that didn't work so well. It's a gratifying feeling knowing that the soil I'm cycling on was there before modern bicycles even existed. This pass wasn't even built for cars. It was there when Africa was untamed and exploration into the continent only just started. It was there before Livingstone found the Vic Falls and even before Queen Elizabeth was born. But even after all these years, the feeling I got at the top was the same as everyone before me. And my journey had come to an end. All I had left was a single slope dirt road into Harold.
Harold's the name of the next town.
And as the gravel road stops, so does my adventure.